Kevin Weeks, our trade breaker this morning. Weeksy, you got the news out there. The Toronto signed Peter Mrazek to a 3-year, $3.8 million per year deal. Tell us how this all came together.
Yeah, from what I'm told by people involved, thanks so much, guys. Good morning, everybody. For Peter Mrazek and his camp, it appeared as though what he was looking at is the fit in Toronto, the opportunity, especially with the departure of Frederik Andersen, pairing with Jack Campbell, having the chance to play a lot of games, and quite frankly, being a part of a franchise that has designs on winning, is fully committed. To this point, they just haven't been able to get over the hump. And one thing we should recognize with Peter Mrazek, traditionally, he's been outstanding in big games, certainly outstanding in the postseason when you see his numbers. And he really relishes playing in the big moments. So those are a big part of his rationale as to why he signed with the Leafs.
All right, so the Toronto Maple Leafs now with Peter Mrazek and Jack Campbell on day one of this NHL season, assuming this is the way they go. Are the Leafs stronger in net this year, the same, or not as good as they were last year?
Just based on if you're looking Mrazek for Frederik Andersen, I think they're weaker because I think Frederik Andersen's a better goaltender than Peter Mrazek. But ultimately, change was needed. So you're going from the traditional starter and backup, what you had in Andersen and Campbell, and you're going to a tandem. And now the net's wide open. Campbell had a fantastic season last year. Can he follow that up? Now that net being wide open, Mrazek and him are going to battle for ice time, so it'll be interesting to see how that unfolds.
And I was always a big fan of Freddie Andersen,
Yep.
So for the Leafs to get better in net, they needed to spend more money. They didn't have the cap space. They had only $9 million, and they need to fill in with some roster spots. So I look at Peter Mrazek. This is really important to fit. And Peter Mrazek has been in a goalie battle, battling with James Reimer in Carolina, and then Alex Nedeljkovic. Jack Campbell was always more of a backup. He's going to embrace that goalie battle now with Peter Mrazek. So I think the Leafs found the right fit for their organization, and those two goaltenders are going to go back and forth. Who's the number one goalie? Who's the starter? Who's going to play most of the games at some point in the season? So I think that's going to be interesting to see.
And you throw in there that both goaltenders, Campbell and Mrazek, they're not structural goaltenders.
Yeah.
They're emotional. They feel the game and the real highs, real lows, where Frederik Andersen just uses his size. Things kind of slow down around him. So Steve Briere, the goaltender coach, he's going to have his work cut out for him because I think he's a fantastic goaltender coach, but both of these goaltenders, not so much about style points, they just stop pucks.